Greetings, Bridge+builder+tv, back at it. This video blog, like number 5 or 6. I'm losing count. That's a good thing, because that means I'm continuing to do them. So, a few things I want to touch on in this video. Kind of want to talk about some things I have going on with Bridge Builder. Kind of want to talk about some of my guys that are in college at the next level and are having difficulties. Kind of want to talk about a challenge. I'm gonna pose a challenge to all my viewers, young, old, whatever, and hopefully this will spark some hard work, because that's the main objective of the challenge, is to get you guys to work hard. So first thing, the challenge. All right. So I started working out again yesterday. I hadn't lifted weights probably in over a year. Joined the boxing gym. Was doing a lot of body weight stuff, but I hadn't done any weightlifting. So I joined the gym yesterday. Shout out to Ant Eagleton at ASTI, Bridge Builder and ASTI. It's a partnership. So I started working out with Ant yesterday. And Anthony and I were talking about work ethic and hard work, and we were talking about some of his kids he had that went super hard, and I have kids that go super hard, and that's the best thing. When you have kids that want to work and want to get better and don't treat it like it's a chore, those are the best kids, and those are the kids you want to work with, and those are kids that are going to excel. So be one of those guys. And we just talked about making every rep count. And that's something I always tell my kids: don't waste repetitions, because you can't get those back ever. It's like, as time goes, you can't get that time back. 30 seconds ago, I'll never be able to be back at that 30 seconds ago. So whatever I was doing at that time, which is recording this video, I won't be able to get it back. So I hope that last 30 seconds was the best 30 seconds I could have done. Same thing when you were working out, when you're on the bench, every rep solid. When you're shooting, footwork, hands, eyes, balance, everything should be perfect. I see a lot of kids when I'm doing the shooting drills, they want to fade away, or they want to be cool, or they want to pull. Like, no, you need to do every single rep perfectly, or as perfect as you can. As fundamental as you can. That's the most important thing. So the challenge is to maximize your workouts and do everything right. Be efficient, not waste any time, not waste any reps in whatever you're doing. And that also goes into the academic part of it. I always talk to my kids about being fully engaged. So being fully engaged, Jesus Christ, that truck is super loud. So being fully engaged basically means at that moment there's nothing more important than what you're doing. So when you're in class, right, and your teacher's lecturing, you need to be fully engaged in that lecture. You don't need to be worrying about this text message or your Facebook or anything that's going on around you. You need to be fully engaged in what you are doing at that moment. When you're working out, there's nothing more important than that workout. Nothing more important than that workout. Whatever's going on outside that workout means nothing. You are there to work out and become the best player in that hour, 2 hours, 3 hours that you can. So you can be in the gym for 3 hours and only get 1 hour better. You guys get what I'm saying? You want to get 3 hours better. If you're going to be in that gym for 3 hours, you want to get 3 hours better. So maximize that. Maximize that. Be 3 hours better when you leave that gym. Don't be an hour better. Don't be an hour and a half better. Don't be 2 hours better. Be 3 hours better. The challenge is just to push yourself to be fully engaged and get the most out of everything. And I'm really going to stress the academic part of that as well. I was a classroom teacher for a long time, and kids they don't engage. There's too many distractions. My friends and I, we talk about when we were in school, there weren't as many distractions. We didn't have we had a pager, but I ain't going to page somebody if you don't have a phone, right? So I'm not that old. Cell phones are relatively new. But we didn't have all those distractions. So it was kind of easy for us to be engaged. All we had, maybe we had a friend in the classroom where we wanted to joke around, or maybe there was a cute girl in the classroom and we try to get her attention and try to, get our little mat going. But other than that, we just had a teacher, room full of kids, books, learning. You guys have smartphones, you got internet, you got everything. That's just text messaging. That's the worst thing. Text messages are crazy. And you got parents that call you and text you in class. Tell your parents stop texting you in class. Even though your phone should be off and you shouldn't get it until after class. But tell mom and dad stop texting you during class because you're trying to be fully engaged. Right? Tell them Coach Hendrix said it too. So, yeah, be fully engaged, man. Avoid all the distractions. Put it away. A good thing to do is just out of sight, out of mind. Turn your cell phone off. Put it in your bag. That way, you won't feel it vibrating. You won't have to worry about it going off in class. You won't feel the need to check it. And after about 2 weeks of doing that, it'll become a habit, and you won't worry about your phone. Because we've become too dependent, man. I think we're definitely too dependent on technology, and we need to get back to being social. I'm going left field right now. My bad. Bring it back. So be fully engaged. But that was the whole reason for me saying that, because too many kids allow themselves to be distracted. You can choose to be fully engaged and not distracted easily. Or you can choose to be distracted and not get the most out of that 55-minute class or that hour-and-a-half class. You need to be fully engaged. Student athletes, your grades definitely come first. So my challenge to you is whatever you are engaged in at that moment, take it all in. Take it all in. Don't allow yourself to be distracted. Don't allow yourself not to get the full benefit of what you're doing. If you're doing 3 hours of work, get 3 hours better. Okay, so to my college guys, many of you know I coach the Oakland Soldiers, so I have a lot of kids that are freshmen in college right now. And a lot of them are having trouble being consistent. And that's the thing about college, man. College is about being consistent. They're doing well. They're doing well, especially for freshmen. They're all doing really well. I got Kyle, Nick, Joe, Desmond, who's a redshirt freshman. Anybody else? Chooks up there, UW. I think that's it. If I missed you, my bad. But there's some struggles going on, you guys. I heard them talking about Nick hitting the wall when I was watching the game the other day. This is what you have to understand about college basketball. The first 5 games you play, right? Teams have very little film. So they have little knowledge about your tendencies. They know if you're athletic. They know if you can shoot it. They know if you can put it on the deck. But they don't know if you're prone to going left. They don't know that you like to spin back to your right shoulder. They don't know your tendencies. They don't know if you're more prone to cross left to right. But as the season progresses, they start to get film and they start to know all of this stuff. They know if you're just a catch and shoot guy. They know, so they make sure you close out on him and get him off his spot. They know, if you're a post guy. They know if you like to go to your right shoulder. So what are they going to do? They're going to play you not to go to your right shoulder. So these are the things you have to take and use them to your advantage. A lot of times people get a scouting report and they only play you to do these things. So if you're a catch and shoot guy, this is an example. If you're a catch and shoot guy, you know they're going to close hard and try to get you off your spot. Boom, you should be lift faking like crazy. Lift fake, get into the paint, short pull up, 5 to 7, floater, slide shot, anything. But you have to make the adjustment. It's not just keep doing the same thing and just try to make it work, because it's not going to work. An adjustment to go from coming off the bench to a starter, it's a big deal. Desmond's starting now, and there's been some difficulty. He hasn't been as consistent as he was coming off the bench. The biggest thing you have to know about being a starter is you playing against starters too. If you're a reserve, most times you come in, your first stint, you're going to be playing against reserves, and it's different. So you have to make that adjustment. You got to understand the mentality that this is not the same as coming off the bench. These guys are a little bit better than the guys I'm normally going to be facing. So I got to step my game up. It's an adjustment, and when you're coming off the bench, you get to watch the game, see the flow of it, and you get to make the adjustment when you come in. Okay, I see how the game is going. This is what I'm going to do to impact it. As a starter, you got to figure it out. Once the ball goes up, you got to be impactful, or going back to the bench. So figure it out. Figure out what it is that they are playing your tendencies, playing you to do, and you make the adjustment for that. If you're a post guy and they're playing your right shoulder, you need to get into practice and work on going to your left shoulder. If you are a guy who likes to spin and you've been picked up a couple charges because teams are playing you to spin, you need to learn a hop step, or you need to, make a crossover between the legs or something different. You can't just keep going to the same thing and expecting it to work. So be different, but stay within your skill set. I'm not telling you to go out there and just go crazy and try to just hot dog and do things you're not capable of doing. If you're capable of making the adjustment, then definitely make it. But if not, you need to watch some film on yourself, figure out ways that you can impact the game differently and be more consistent. With that being said, Bridge Builder, ASTI have merged up. We are a partnership. Shout out to Ant. That's who I'm working out with. ASTI. Shout out to Big Lim for putting it all together. Bridge Builder is moving forward, man. We got a strong team coming on, about to make some additions to the coaching staff, or the training staff, I should say. I got my brother coming on board, 10-year professional, played at Gonzaga, WCC Player of the Year, played overseas 10 years, couple NBA stints. So I'm excited about that. Got Daryl and Derek Walker, St. Pat's coaches, coming on board. I'm excited about that. Those are my childhood friends, man, and really good basketball guys. So for all my guards out there, you guys got some strong tutelage coming your way. Also, my brother, who's a post, so for my post guys that are coming, you got some a good guy to look up to and work out with. Man, just big things, man. I'm really excited. Keep watching the videos. I'm sorry this one was so long, but I had a lot to cover, and time flies. But definitely want to thank you guys for tuning in. Bridge Builder Basketball, we get it in.